it's Erica. Welcome back to Maniacal Reader. Today I'm going to be doing part 2 of my July and August book haul. The first book I wanted to show you is When I Break by Kendall Ryan. This is the first book in a new adult romance trilogy. It follows this guy named Knox Bauer who is not doing well in his life. He has a lot of emptiness inside of him, and he chooses to fill this emptiness with unfamiliar women in unfamiliar beds. He is a guardian to his 3 younger brothers, but he can't really seem to do anything right. Needing a change, he decides to attend a sex addict anonymous meeting. When he attends meetings, he meets the group leader named McKenna. McKenna is also trying to deal with an event in her past that she's trying to overcome. Knox and her have more in common than they think. This sounds like a deeply emotional romance, and I know it's not really popular for a client to fall for a leader that's in this type of meeting, so it's not really ethical that they have a romantic relationship, but that aside, it sounds like it's going to be a really good romance. I'm actually currently reading this book right now, and I'm enjoying it so far. I also purchased the sequel, When I Surrender, in case I liked the first book. Next up I have Damaged Like Us by Krista and Becca Ritchie. This is the first book in a new adult romance series, and it's actually the first book in the spin-off series of the Addicted series. The Like Us series follows the children of the characters from the Addicted series. This book follows Lauren Hale's oldest son, named Maximoff, and his romance with a guy named Pharaoh Keene. Pharaoh Keene is his bodyguard, since the characters from the Addicted series and their children are the hottest celebrities in the world. So all the characters and their families need bodyguards in order to protect themselves. You're not supposed to fall in love with your bodyguard or grow emotionally attached to your bodyguard, but this is one rule that Maximoff couldn't follow. He's liked Pharaoh Keene since his childhood, but he's never told anyone about it, except his best friend, Jane Cobalt. Now that Maximoff is all grown up, Pharaoh has recently become his bodyguard. Maximoff tries really hard not to be attracted to him since he's not supposed to, but he fails. I read this book at the end of June when it first came out as an ebook, but I bought myself a physical copy. I'll put a link down below to my June wrap-up in case you want to hear more of my thoughts on this book. I really liked it though. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. The next book I wanted to show you is Frigid by Lynn, also known as Jennifer L. Armentrout. This is the first book in a new adult romance duology, and Frigid is the first book. This book follows 2 friends named Sydney and Kyler. Kyler and Sydney are in her final year of college. These 2 have always been best friends, but Sydney doesn't want to ruin their friendship by declaring her love for Kyler. The problem with this, though, is that Kyler doesn't spend more than a few nights with one girl, and he's tried to keep his feelings for Sydney hidden away. But when the 2 get stranded at a ski resort because of a snowstorm, the 2 friends find their feelings returning to the surface, and they're wondering if they can fight the attraction or if they'll succumb to their feelings for each other. This sounds like an awesome friends to lovers romance, and I love Jennifer L. Armentrout's writing. She knows how to write awesome romances. Earlier this year I read her Wait For You series, which I absolutely loved, so I'm really looking forward to checking out one of her other books. The next book, Scorched, is the second book in that duology, and I believe this duology is a companion duology. Next up, I have Those Girls by Lauren Saft. This is a YA contemporary standalone, and it follows these girls named Alex, Molly, and Veronica. These girls are 3 best friends, and they're party girls in high school. But they're wondering how well they know each other and how well others know them. Alex has recently fallen in love with the boy next door and has joined a band. Molly suffers from being popular, and she has a boyfriend with a mean streak. And Veronica just wants to be loved in any way. She's not particular. The girls are wondering if these secrets that they're keeping from each other and everyone will make them grow closer or tear them apart. It sounds like this is really going to be a good YA contemporary and just a book that explores friendship. Next up, I have Sail Stay by Corinne Michaels. This is the first book in a contemporary romance companion trilogy. This book follows two characters who are adults who have lived life and have gotten married and have kids. Their paths in life cross again years later, so it sounds like these characters are going to have a second chance romance. I've heard that Jessica from Peace Love Books really likes this trilogy, so that's what encouraged me to pick up this first book. And I've been wanting to check out Corinne Michaels' books for a while, so I decided to pick up this one. The next book I wanted to talk to you about is Atheists Who Kneel and Pray by Tarryn Fisher. This book follows a girl named Yara, who doesn't really stick to relationships and is always trying to find the right guy, but she doesn't seem to be able to. When David comes across Yara, he's determined to relieve her of her heartache and show her that love is real and that she can actually have a relationship. These two characters view love in opposite ways, but it sounds like they have things to learn from one another. I haven't read a Tarryn Fisher book yet, so I probably will read this at some point in the future. I just didn't get a chance to read it, but I've heard mixed things about Tarryn Fisher. Some people really like her books, and other people don't really like her books. And the final book that I wanted to show you in this haul is Enigma by Tonya Kuper. This is the second book in a YA sci-fi duology. It follows this girl named Josie, who has the power to manipulate reality with her mind, and she is what's called an oculi. Oculi have the power to make objects disappear and reappear if they think about them. Josie has this friend named Reed, who guides her with her new powers, and this duology is really action-packed. Josie finds out that someone wants to kill her and is working for an organization that's against everything she represents. The second book in particular is just fighting against that organization. Those are all of the books that I bought in July and August. Comment down below and tell me if you've heard of any of these books and what your opinions are of them. I'd love to know. I'll see you guys in my next video.